Today on Heavy Core Garage, I'm going to be digging into the old 2nd gen Ram. Need to fix the overheating issue, and I need to start getting it cleaned up, getting ready for sale. So as far as the Ram goes, because like I said, it had a little bit of an overheating issue. Originally, the hose back up here had overheated. Well, it burst, per se, and caused the vehicle to overheat because obviously it loses coolant, whatever. So I actually cut that off and put it on and didn't have any issues with that. And then about like a week later, up underneath in here, it just started pouring out coolant. So there's either the other side of this heating hose here is bursted on top of the engine somewhere back in there, or the actual upper radiator hose might be bad. So I need to get some of the stuff off, taking and looking at. I might actually just go buy new upper hose, replace just both of these heater hoses entirely, and just retest it and see if that fixes it, because my whole point here is I want to make sure that it's not going to be overheating again. I'll probably grab another belt to replace this one since it kind of got a little bit eaten up, because when I replaced the power steering pump, the pulley on there wasn't properly aligned and it was rubbing on there. So I'm getting this ready for sale, obviously, so I need to make sure it's in as good a condition as possible, make sure the battery is charged. I've had issues with a small like electrical draw that I've never been able to figure out, but it is, you know, a late 90s Ram, so if you're aware with late 90s Dodge, Chrysler, anything, electronics are just not the best in the world. And so I've already warrantied that once, but I need to pull that battery out entirely, drop it off at the parts store and see if they can't just recharge it for me. So, and then I'm probably going to pull this and just replace the whole thing there in general on both of these, because they're pretty rough. Replace both of these terminals, kind of get back on these wires to somewhere where it isn't actually corroded like crazy, and just, you know, make sure that that's all good and fine there. So that's what I need to do in the engine bay. At some point during this next week, I need to go to the parts yard and need to get a new bracket here for the bumper and try and find a new bumper for it because the other one's toast. Also, when I go to the parts yard, I'm going to probably look for a new rear bumper because that's obviously pretty beat up, and a new tailgate because most people aren't going to want my weebified tailgate on the truck. Plus, I know from looking around, there's a couple white 2nd gens in the parts yards that have some pretty good looking tailgates on them, as far as I am aware at this point, if they're still there. So I need to go out and make sure I pick one of those up as quick as I can. And then lastly, I'm gonna need to really clean out the interior of this thing, because I've got like 5 years of me collecting my junk and everything in here, and it's a bit of a mess. And I like to make sure that things are clean when I sell them, and especially before I post the photos. The dash, unfortunately, is, you know, it's a 2nd gen dash, so it is cracked to hell. And the driver's side seat has some tears and stuff on it. If I can find a replacement for that, that's in great condition, it'd be awesome. But I've been looking for something like that for a couple years now, and no luck. And then I'm probably going to need to scrape off some of these anime stickers that I can get to. The one on the window over there, and then the couple over here. I'm probably not going to worry about the ones that are on the back here. You can't really see them unless you're looking through here. Mainly because it's going to be a pain in the butt to get the shell off and everything, because I kind of sealed it on there to make sure that no water and stuff could get in, because I was going to be using it for camping. But all in all, I do think that this could make a really good work truck for someone, or you know, just off-roading rig. And that's the point. I'm hoping if I can get, you know, 2,500, maybe $3,000 out of it, that would make me happy and put me on my way towards being able to get a camper, so we can go out and have some comfortable camping in the future, because I'm getting too old for tent camping and sitting on a sleeping bag. Okay, let's see if I can keep this camera in position now while I start tearing into this stuff. Okay. I need to go get something so I can stand up and look in here. I'm not short in the slightest, but leaning up over the top of this is not the easiest. I regret not having put on a black shirt. Let me get this bracket on top here out of the way. Should be able to just get to those two hoses after that. That looks like I got a 12 on one and a 14 on the other. $14. Ugh. Gosh, what's going on with this? And 12. Oh, are you a 14 too? Because you looked smaller. Oh, you're also a 14. Come on. Good God, that is a long stud. Okay, so that's out of the way. Let me dig out that freakishly long thing there. Gonna need, yeah, so there's possibility looking at that. Really, camera? Sorry guys, I don't have a very good way of putting this in a direction that'll make it see. So what's going on is that this also has the thermostat up in there, so it might be possible that the thermostat housing itself has just kind of gone to shit. Maybe it's leaking out the gasket there. So I've got to get the upper radiator hose off. Got to get the heater hose off there, and I might just look at finding, basically getting a new thermostat housing gasket, get that all cleaned up. Like I said, I'm gonna get new heater hoses, because if they're old enough where that one burst on me, chances are that there's a possibility this one isn't doing too well either. The upper radiator hose still seems pretty stiff, like pretty good, so I'm not entirely sure that that's it, but again, I'll inspect that when I take it off and might end up replacing it anyway. Oh, come on. I really did not put that hose clamp in a very easy to get spot. don't want to have to take out the alternator if I can avoid it. Also, I freaking hate these pinch together hose clamps, man. They're always such a pain in the ass. Like, I know they hold pretty well because of how tight they are, but God, I hate them. These are 14s. Grab a zip tie, put it up here, hold this out of the way. Okay. I might need to grab my channel locks. That's much better. Much better. Okay, come on. Go all the way. Getting a little bit more of a sneak peek in here kind of makes me feel like it might actually be from this maybe not just the hose, but the thermostat housing up here. Come on, 'cause that sucker just, it's like freaking corroded on there. What a jerk. Okay, let's get this other heater hose. Get out of the way, freaking air intake. Okay. The disintegration of the nylon gloves has begun, as per usual. Oh, come on. The downside of having to tear these hoses out is that I can't really go in there and look and see if they were just bursting from somewhere, because I basically had to destroy the whole thing just to get it off the damn thing. Like I said, I'm not like too upset because I'm gonna replace them anyway, but would have been nice to be able to see if it was the hose bursting or not. Okay, that sucker tore apart extremely easy, so we'll say though that thermostat housing looks like it's seen better days, so I would not be surprised if that's where the leak is coming from. So it's going to be, okay, that's probably 12 then. No, 13? Where are you, 13? No. One gone, and number 2. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm willing to bet. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the thermostat housing may have been causing that leak. It doesn't look any better down in there either. Oh gosh, wow. That sucker's stuck in there. It's gonna be a pain in the butt cleaning that out too. Come on. Oh. Bye-bye, thermostat. Yeah, I'm gonna need to take a razor blade to that. Oh, where'd you go, thermostat? Here you are. Yeah, that's the top side and bottom side of the thermostat in there. I'm about 90% sure that that's exactly where our issue is coming from. So, yeah, looks like I gotta run to the parts store, get a couple heater hoses. Might just finish pulling that one off on the back side there so I can get some sizes right, like double check things. Upper radiator hose, both those heater hoses, and new thermostat setup and gasket, and we'll see about going from there. Alright, well, got back from going to O'Reilly's. Took a little bit longer than I expected, so unfortunately I've got to go to work in about half an hour, being about 8:30 on a Monday night. I'm gonna just stash everything I can here in the truck, hop back on it in the morning, and hopefully I can get this done and everything edited and all put together before the video is supposed to drop tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow really quick. Well, it's the next day. It's windy, so I'm probably not gonna have do a lot of talking, because that's just gonna pick up all the wind on here. So I'm just gonna kind of throw all this stuff back together, because I've got about an hour to get this filmed, put back together, and video edited and got uploaded, because I slept in a little bit too much, but that's what kind of happens when you work graveyard shifts. So I'm just gonna probably time lapse this, I guess, a little bit, so that I can get it all filmed and I can get it up as quick as I can. Well, I am out of time. This video is going to be getting up late anyway, unfortunately, just due to the way everything worked out. The truck is running. Seems that I have fixed that cooling issue, so just a couple more things to get done on it, and then I'll be putting that up for sale. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.